Nike,
Colin Kaepernick.
coming at you. We're talking about it. Welcome back to Thinking Out Loud. I am Joel.
I am Brad.
We are glad you're here.
Hello from Detroit.
I forgot that. Hello from Detroit. Here's what we have today. We, of course, need to talk about the most talked about marketing campaign of the summer, which is Nike's partnership with Colin Kaepernick. So far, here's what we know. The stock took an initial hit. Branding took an initial hit. Stock prices completely recovered. And they have, in the days since they have launched the campaign, seen a 61% increase in sales, which is nuts.
It's crazy.
And
those millennials love it.
And they have eliminated all their typical discounts for this time of year. No back to school, nothing. People are paying full price for Nike.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it, Nike. So I think at this point in the game, we're about 2 weeks after it, and the commercial success of this is indisputable. It has worked. People have responded. I've had, anecdotally many personal conversations with people like, all right, I'm buying more Nike because I love that they did it. I've also, of course, it's been unavoidable to see that there are lots of people who are pissed off about this campaign. Kaepernick has been a polarizing figure, which to his credit, Kaepernick ignited one of the most, I don't know what the word is.
Interesting and intellectual, maybe? I don't know if intellectual is quite the word, but interesting debates for sure.
Certainly interesting debate. It's a debate where people are really, really vested in their opinion. And so obviously, look, Nike's not stupid. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew who their audience was and all that. So here's questions for today. Brad, is it smart for companies to enter into social issues with a clear, firm position?
That's
what do you think?
Meaty question.
It's a
short answer.
Meaty man, Brad.
High risk, high reward if you're going to get into social topics in your brand marketing. It works for Nike. That's already been established. I think that
it's worked
really
to
tough
date.
to argue with. Yes, to this point.
Yeah.
But even during the first 2 weeks, there was not great returns if you're judging it strictly from a business marketing perspective, and now it's turning out to be really good returns. My perspective on it is Nike has done fantastic here because they have stayed true to their values as an organization with this campaign, and those values align with their audience.
They've stayed true to the values that they project in their, whether I'm going to leave aside whether that's their actual values.
We could talk about their sweatshops, allegations of sweatshop. I don't know if they are currently or not.
Yeah, they've got their own skeletons, but that said, they have stayed true to their values. All right, so now what about in terms of using an influencer, and just for the purposes of this discussion, we're considering Colin Kaepernick an influencer. He's not a celebrity anymore. He's been out of the NFL for 2 years. He's an influencer. So we've had some, well, I can take another campaign really, really quickly that did not work well, which was Pepsi's employment of Kendall Jenner, and Kendall Jenner single-handedly stopping who the hell knows, whatever Pepsi was doing. Obviously, they got immediately lambasted and skewered in social media and the press. So has Nike done a good job? And how do you think they have avoided some of the pitfalls that Pepsi seemed to so blindly and blithely stumble into?
Right. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Nike was smart about how they went about this, because first, Nike is an athletic company. Their core audience is athletes. The Just Do It campaign is one of the best campaigns that ever has been rolled out because everyone can connect with it. Just Do It may mean one thing for me and one thing to you and one thing for you. Yeah, we know you got some crazy things in your mind about Just Do It.
You've done it.
It's okay. It's okay. We're here to support you. And we know that Just Do It means different things to different people, and that's okay. And I think Nike has got a simple message that really resonates with their core athletic audience, and really what Colin Kaepernick has done here, and really other influencers that they've selected as part of this, Serena Williams and a lot of others, is that they are having a just do it moment. And even if people disagree with Colin Kaepernick's choice, they can relate and they have that strong inner core connection to what he's doing, and he has his just do it moment, and I love that. Now,
meaning just to clarify, they even if they disagree with what stance he took, they can respect the fact that this was a stance that in all likelihood cost him his job.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think an athlete giving up everything to pursue something. It's like the story of a baseball player who chooses not to go to college initially to go after his dream of playing baseball in the majors. There's so many stories about people just sacrificing so much, and everyone loves that. Now, Pepsi, on the other hand, Pepsi as a product doesn't necessarily have an obvious connection to Kendall Jenner in any way, shape, or form.
Or to social movements.
Or maybe it does. I mean, it's just like it's a sugary beverage that adds no innate value. Maybe it was a connection, but that's a whole other topic. The point is that when it
sorry, I was a little slow there. That's very good.
Yeah,
that's very good. You should work for a marketing company.
So Kendall Jenner, though, I mean, when she was trying to bring people together, and the whole idea is the sugary beverage brings people together regardless of race and ethnicity and where you live. Like, that's a wonderful message. We can all, of course, get behind that. But why is Kylie Jenner the spokesperson there? And what is it that her walking into a parade?
Not a parade, like a protest. Yeah.
Like the connection between that is lukewarm at best.
Right.
And I think that's the problem, is that, like, look, if you're going to go into this whole arena, you better be really thoughtful of it. You better commit to it, and you better have a connection that your customers or potential customers can get behind.
Right. So we can make the case that certainly what Nike did is they did a hell of a lot of research, and they polled their audience, and they found that 68% of their audience wanted their favorite brands to be involved in social issues.
Yep.
Even if half the country doesn't, their target demo does. So there's an element where this was no cost to them. So all right, here's the question that we're going to wrap up with: Is this a path forward for brands partnering with influencers and stepping into social issues? Has what Nike has done just set the stage for more of this kind of thing? Ought Apple and Google and anybody else out there that wants to generate an enormous amount of buzz step into these kind of issues? Has Nike just paved the way?
Here's what I would say, is that brands are successful when they try to get a subset of consumers to absolutely love them. And brands are unsuccessful when they try to get everyone to like them.
Yes,
so I love when brands are willing to have a take and say, this is the part of the market I'm going to dominate. Frankly, I don't think that in general, doing it on social issues is the right way to go about carving out that niche. It is extremely high risk, especially when there's other ways that you can carve out a niche. So I think we will see more brands doing it. I think you can actually have a lot of success in it. I think there's better, safer ways that you can, frankly, say no to certain segments.
Yeah.
And that when you say no to certain segments, the segments who are saying yes to you are gonna love you even more. And I think that's the path forward.
I would agree. I would say companies need to tread carefully. I would say as much research as Nike did, and they had a high probability of success. They knew that going into it. They also, you pointed out some really good differences between the Pepsi campaign and the Nike campaign. But I would say Nike also ran an enormous risk of being called out for being hypocritical and trafficking on Colin Kaepernick's reputation, and just
Right.
cynically associating their brand with Colin Kaepernick when they're in the process of getting sued by a whole bunch of female employees, when they have a history of, I'm not going to go so far as to say human rights abuses, but they've got the history of sweatshops of not
There's
really
some
caring
perception
There's
issues, for sure.
some perception issues, and so is this merely a cynical marketing ploy that could have backfired? I think they got lucky here. I think they got really lucky. I think Colin Kaepernick is enough of a beloved character among their target demo that they knew that their target demo was going to praise them for associating with it, but it was an enormous risk. I think, that said, it's been brilliant thus far. It has worked. And I think the best thing about it is actually what's happening right here. And this wasn't my idea. This was Jason Gay from the Wall Street Journal. He's like, look, This is what they've done well, is we're all in the ad.
That's true.
Our picture's not in it, we're all in the ad. We are in the ad right now, and that's exactly what Nike wanted. And the earned media that they got out of this is massive, and we're all in the ad. So,
one last point related to that.
Wrap it up.
Nike, one additional area of risk here is the fact that they have $1 billion with a B dollar deal with the NFL providing jerseys. So if this backfired, it wasn't just the fact that they're going to sell less shoes, but it's also a huge partner of theirs where, in the era of TV and cord cutting, live sports still fantastic, and that's where Nike can win. So it is a double big risk. I think we both can agree that it was a risky move. How much luck, how much skill? We definitely, Nike did a lot of research into this. Certainly some elements of both. As far as brands using this going forward, to be seen.
Tread carefully, though. Tread carefully. All right, thanks for stopping in. Those are our thoughts. We appreciate it. So long from Detroit. We will see you next time.